Hey, first grade friends, it's Thursday. Welcome to Phonics with Mrs. Bernstein. Let's get started. All right, so remember we're doing review phonics this week, reviewing skills. We've been working on the E pattern, the EA pattern. We've been working on open syllable and Y, making the E sound. So we've also been working on our reading fluency. So we want to remember that we read with fluency, accuracy, and expression, and we do all of that so we can read for meaning. Your assignment today in Google Classroom is to practice, time yourself on the story Feathers. You're going to mark it on Thursday. How did you do today? Did you improve throughout the week? Tomorrow we will do the hot read. So make sure you pause the video here and continue to practice the story Feathers. All right, remember we've been working on that E. So E by itself can be the short vowel sound in a closed syllable. It says eh. And an open syllable with E, the vowel having nothing after it, it's an open syllable. It makes the long vowel sound E. We also have vowel consonant silent E. The sound is also E. We have a vowel team, EA. We've reviewed this week that EA can say the short sound vowel team eh, and we've also learned it can say E. The long vowel sound is the more common sound, so we would always start with that, and if that doesn't make sense, we would switch over to the short vowel sound when decoding unknown words. We also have a vowel team. EE says E. All right, we're going to start off by practicing decoding our two-syllable words, some of my favorite stuff. So grab your whiteboards and let's get started. All right, so here's our first word. Remember, at any time, if I go too fast, you're just going to go ahead and pause the video. Right now, you could pause it if you want and give this word a try, or you can go along with me. This might be a word right now you're already recognizing because it was in our story. So let's work through it. The reason I chose this one was to, even if we know the words, let's find out why they make the sounds they make. So here we go. We're going to start at the beginning. Remember, we always go from left to right because we read from left to right. So start here, go across. We've got our vowel pattern EA. Keep going, keep going. There's a vowel with an R. Remember, when you have a vowel with an R, you have to keep that together. Mark them with a V. Draw your bridge, look up, mark anything in between. Now, we need to recognize right away that most of the time that TH is going to stay together for a digraph. So we're going to start off by keeping it together, which would be the most common thing. So we're ready to mark our syllable types, or our syllable division line. The most common ways between the two consonants, we don't have two consonants, so we're going to go with after the vowel before the consonant. All right, our syllable types, let's mark them. We have a vowel team. And then we have our control. All right, so we know that EA can make two sounds. It can say E, which is the most common, or it can say eh. We also know that ER says er. So we're going to try the most common way first. Even if you know this word, I'm going to sound a little funny because we're going to start with the most common way if we're trying to decode an unknown word. So ether, feather. That doesn't sound right, so let's switch to the other vowel sound. Feather, feather. Awesome. Now, in our story, it's the word feathers. Remember, if we have an ending, anything at the end or the beginning, a prefix or a suffix, we just add that back on at the end. So we have feathers. Okay, go ahead and erase your board. We're going to do something brand new with this next word. This is a three-syllable word. I know, right? A three-syllable word. First time we've tried it out. Let's try it. We're going to follow the same steps. This time I want you to stay along with me. Don't pause the video and do this one on your own because we've never done a three-syllable word before. Let's write this one together. I-M, P-O-R-A-N-T. Now, first of all, how do I know that this word has three syllables? Well, remember that every syllable has to have a vowel pattern. If there's not a vowel, then it's not a word, and it's also not a syllable. So I can see 1, 2, 3 vowel patterns. That means I have a three-syllable word. Now, we're going to start with just the first two, just like a two-syllable word. Then we'll come back and grab the last syllable once we're done with the beginning. Okay? So let's underline the first two vowel patterns. Okay, Mark them with a V. Draw our bridge, look up, mark anything in between. Okay, that one's going to work out nice and neat because the most common way to divide words into syllables is between those two consonants. So let's divide it right there. We have a vowel and a consonant. We know that's a closed syllable. When the vowel is closed in by a consonant, we know that's the short vowel sound. Okay, let's go here. Look up at our vowel pattern. We have an O-R. That's an R control. Okay, we're ready to finish the rest of the word. So keep going. So now we're done with this part. Now we're going to work on the middle part and the ending. So draw your line because there's another vowel. Mark it with a V. Continue your bridge. Look up, mark anything in between. Okay, now the most common way to divide words into syllables is between the two consonants. I don't have that. So I'm going to divide it after the vowel, before the consonant. Now, I've already taken care of this. So now I'm over here. Look, I've got a vowel, then a consonant. I know that is a closed syllable, short vowel sound. All right, we're ready to read. We have short vowel, our control or, short vowel, here we go. Important, important, important. Awesome. You may have been able to read that word before we even got started, but now you know how to break that into parts and where the syllables are. All right, let's erase your board. All right. Grab your whiteboard or some paper. We're going to do some dictation. Okay, here's my paper. Now, just like in our dictation book, I draw a line down the middle. This is our sound side, word side, okay? All right, let's give ourselves a number 1. Here we go. Our first word, you need 3 sound lines for our first word, okay? Here we go. These words all came right from our story, Feathers, that we've been working on. Here we go. The first word is keep. The birds need to keep their feathers clean. Keep. Ready? Keep. Tap it out. K-eep. Keep. Now, the first sound I hear is k. How do I know if it's a C or a K? Well, I'm going to come back to my cat-kite rule. If I hear k and then E, I know it's a K. E. Now, we've been working on a few patterns, so this cannot be a silent E because we don't have that indication. Either has to be an EE or an EA. Well, in the word keep, it is an EE. Might be able to recognize that. Keep, keep. All right, let's slide it on over. The birds will keep their feathers clean. Keep. Okay, let's do a number 2. We need 3 sound lines with 2 mini sound lines. All right, hands ready for pounding and tapping. The word is clean. I will clean, or the birds will clean their feathers. Clean. Ready? Clean. Tap it. K-l-e-n. Clean. Now we start with that k sound again. How do I know if it's a C or a K? Well, Mrs. Bernstein has not taught us a KL blend. That is not a blend that we know. It's only a CL blend. K-l-e. We're going to use the EA, which is the more common pattern for the long E sound with the vowel team. Clean. Clean. All right, if yours matches mine, let's slide it over here to the word line. Make sure to copy it correctly. Clean. Clean. Okay. Number 3. We need 3 sound lines and 3 stars with a squiggle line. Now, let's talk about that. Squiggle line means digraph. Stars, silent E. Notice there's no sound line here because it's, yeah, you're right, silent. So we have no sound line. Okay, here we go. Now, this one might be a trickster of a word. We, at one point, had this as a red word, but we know all the patterns now, so it can become a green word or a decodable word. Here we go. These. These are the right ones. These. Ready? These. V-E-Z. These. V, E. Now, I know that this is also an E because this is a vowel consonant silent E pattern. Now, this sound right here, E, Z, sounds like a Z. However, we've learned this year that the letter S can often make the Z sound. And it does that because we wouldn't be able to easily pronounce this word. It's impossible to pronounce it that way. So that's why the S comes out sounding like a Z. Okay, these. All right, slide it on over. These. Okay, let's look at number 4. Now, number 4 has 2 syllables in it. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's our syllable division line. Okay, here we go. The word is really. This is really hard. Really. Ready? Really. First syllable. Real. E-O. E-O. Real. Second syllable. Li. O-E. O-E. Remember that when you have the E sound at the end of a 2-syllable word, it's the letter Y. Rewrite it. Really. Really. Okay. Let's dive into a couple of sentences. All right. I'm going to just turn my paper just to make it a little easier so I have a little more space. Sentence number 1. I need 4 word lines.
Staff, sorry for the interruption.
4 word lines. Here we go. Birds like to preen. Remember, these came from our story. Ready? Birds like to preen. Pound it with me. Birds like to preen. Birds like to preen. Okay, pause here, give this a try, and then come back and check. Birds. That's an IR pattern. Birds like to preen. This was a word in our story, a brand new vocabulary word for us. Birds like to preen. Okay, let's draw a sentence line. Make sure you check for capitals, organization, punctuation, and spelling. Birds like to preen. Again, check capital, spacing, handwriting, punctuation, spelling. Birds like to preen. Awesome. Let's do number 2. For number 2, you need 6. 6 word lines. Got it? Here we go. It hooks them back into place. This goes with the birds. They're talking about their feathers. They hook, the birds hook their feathers back into place. That was what they were talking about in the story. So the sentence is, it hooks them back into place. Ready? It hooks them back into place. It hooks them back into place. Tap it again. It hooks them back into place. Okay, let's write it. It hooks them back into place. Awesome. All right, let's rewrite it. It hooks them back into place, talking about the feathers. Awesome. Well, make sure you take the time to practice rereading our sentences and our words. Our goal this week was to be practicing the E-A, E-E, vowel, consonant, silent E, and that two-syllable words with the Y making the E sound. All right, friends, make sure you do your reading of feathers, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Talk to you soon. Bye.